Today we're covering two astonishing stories, Meghan's crumbling brand reaching a desperate new low, and Prince Harry facing a brutal financial dilemma that could change everything. Prince Harry may be funding a failing brand alone, and the real cost isn't just financial, it's deeply personal.
Now, let's talk about money. Because behind the carefully curated lifestyle imagery and the artisan product launches, there is a very serious financial story unfolding around the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. Asever is not turning a profit. Let me be quite clear about that. The recently exposed company figures make for uncomfortable reading, and all that noise about £1 million generated through candle sales? Pure PR spin, I'm afraid, designed to attract investors who, rather tellingly, have simply not appeared.
And that is the detail that stops me cold. Meghan Markle moves in extraordinarily wealthy circles. Serena Williams, the Kardashians, Marcus Anderson of Soho House. If any of those people genuinely believed in this brand, they would have written a check by now. The silence from that corner is deafening. There is no external CEO in place either. Nobody with the commercial expertise to strip back the dead wood, identify what actually works, and build a coherent recovery strategy. Without that, asever is simply drifting.
Which brings us to Harry, because when there are no outside investors and no incoming revenue, someone has to keep the lights on. And by all accounts, that someone is the Duke of Sussex himself. Now, Harry is by no means without means, but pouring personal funds continuously into a brand that is currently best known for selling a box of matches and a paperclip is a conversation that must be happening in that Montecito household.
His dilemma is painfully straightforward. Continue investing and risk hemorrhaging his own financial security, or stop and face the consequences at home. The wine venture, which would have been the smarter commercial pivot, now looks increasingly out of reach without fresh capital. Whatever gloss is put on this publicly, the private reality is this. Harry finds himself, rather ironically, in a very considerable jam. And for once, Meghan hasn't got a product to fix it.
Should Prince Harry keep funding Meghan's failing brand with his own money, or is it finally time to cut his losses? Tell me what you think. Meghan Markle is now paying influencers to sell her jam, and that tells you everything about where this brand stands.
This one has genuinely made me sit up and take notice, because what we're witnessing right now with Meghan Markle's asever brand is nothing short of a quiet commercial catastrophe dressed up in pretty packaging. Let's start with the jams. The stock isn't moving, darlings. Despite the worldwide publicity, and believe me, no PR agency on earth could buy the column inches this woman generates simply by breathing, those shelves are not emptying. And if you've seen the product itself, you'll understand why some people are raising an eyebrow. For a luxury brand, that consistency looks decidedly more watery than aspirational.
So what's the solution? Influencers. Meghan's team is now actively recruiting content creators on a revenue split arrangement, meaning if they sell her product, they take a cut. Clean profiles only, substantial followings required, no controversy attached. Sound familiar? It should, because it's a strategy born of desperation, not confidence, and it gets rather more intriguing. Her team is reportedly now targeting the LGBTQ+ influencer market, particularly with Pride Month approaching. Whether that yields results remains to be seen. Meanwhile, and this is the part I find most revealing, Meghan is privately taking filming and editing courses. Now, I genuinely respect the effort, but you cannot be a luxury brand founder and your own budget content creator. It simply doesn't hold together. The Charlotte Tilbury comparison is instructive here. Charlotte steps back, lets younger, fresher faces carry the marketing, and appears only occasionally. She understands that she is not the product. Here's the uncomfortable truth for Meghan. If these influencers actually shift the stock, it won't prove the brand works. It will prove that she is the problem. And that, I'm afraid, is a conclusion no amount of jam can sweeten.
Do you think Meghan Markle is the problem with her own brand, or could the right influencer actually turn things around? Let me know below.